Kudu, second tallest antelope in Africa. To the right, a saddle-billed stork, and further to the right, an okapi, resembling a zebra but actually related to the giraffe. It was not discovered until 1901 by the Western world, shy and reclusive. Saddle-billed stork stand there. That bird is unique. It mates for life. It stands 5 foot tall after a long 7-year maturing period with a wingspan of 8 to 9 foot long. Here's some yellow-billed storks as well, and also to the far left, the black rhino. 3 of the 5,000 exist in the entire world today. 100,000 have been killed right here in Africa for its horns. 3,000 pounds it weighs, and the hide of the black rhino is an inch thick. It charges at 35 miles an hour and is able to repel anything except a man. But even in a reserve which is protected like this one, it's still not completely safe. The black rhino.
Like just enough, right?
Directly in front of us, forest antelopes, bongos. Nickname Ghosts of the Forest because we rarely see them. We're leaving the Laturi Forest, heading to the Safi River.
Oh, we saw that one.
It is home to the Nile hippopotamus. Its name in the Greek means river horse. It walks along the bottom of the river. There's 2 there to the right, partially submerged out the water. Stays in the water all day, completely submerged 8 to 11 minutes at a time. Hippos are aggressive and territorial, although cute in color. It will bite. But thankfully, it is a vegetarian. Look up the river on the left, you'll see more hippos and also the large white birds, pink-backed pelicans. And the large white birds, those are the black birds with the white in their chest. Those are white-breasted cormorants. Our hippos are nocturnal, coming out at dusk to eat, and will eat 150 pounds of vegetation in one sitting. At birth, it weighs almost 85 pounds, but fully matured, the male hippo will tip the scales at 5,000 pounds. The Nile crocs call this river home as well, much bigger and far more aggressive than the American alligator, its cousin. Crocs have very powerful bone-crushing jaws, well over 1,200 pounds per square inch, enough force to shatter the bones of any prey. The Nile crocodile.
And a tree. You think that'd be one of the things
We're heading into a totally different ecosystem now. And speaking of different, the tree ahead of us on the right is a baobab tree. The tree, believe it or not, lives over 2,000 years. Stays leafless for 9 months of every year. It is a baobab tree. We've now entered into the Serengeti grassland. We call it the superhighway. This is the best view throughout the entire reserve, in my opinion. At the base of the overlook, reticulated giraffes, Maasai giraffes. Also, there are some Patterson eland. These antelopes are the largest in Africa. Both male and females have those twisted horns. Feeding on a variety of vegetation, it desires very little water. 2 species of giraffe to the far right over there. The one with the net-like patterns, a reticulated giraffe weighing up to 2,500 pounds, standing between 18 to 20 feet tall. The Maasai coat resembles a maple leaf. It weighs just 1,800 pounds, standing between 16 to 18 feet tall. Conservation dependent, the Maasai is sleeping about 30 minutes of the day in 5-minute intervals, does that standing straight up. Now, 16 to 20 hours of a giraffe day is spent eating, and these animals are only vulnerable to predators when bent over drinking or at night sleeping. Now, baby at birth stands 6 foot tall. That's a calf giraffe. And to the far right as well, those small tentacular antelopes, those are tummies. Fully grown, they're not babies, 60 pounds weighing, about 45 miles an hour it runs. And the antelopes with the horns that are going towards the back, those are sable antelope, the emblems of Harambe Wildlife Reserve. As the male sable matures, it turns black, and greater the black, the more dominant the male. Now, the saying is also true for the female as well. The darker the female, the more dominant she is. Now, throughout the savannah, there are several round and cone contorted-like structures. These are actually termite mounds, and these mounds were created by the saliva of termites and dirt. Once in the sun, the mounds are baked, becoming just as hard as concrete. Elephants use these mounds as scratching posts. Once it has been worn down, the Thompson gazelle will use it as a lookout post to view the savannah for predators.
Play back, find out.
In the distance up the road here to the right are some wildebeest way back there. The largest migration of migratory animals on the earth today. 1.5 million of those antelopes alone will migrate across the plains of Africa. The name wildebeest in the Afrikaans language means wild cattle. It feeds on short fresh grasses. And amazingly, the calf of a wildebeest run stands even jumping just 5 or 10 minutes after being born.
Qui sont nés là-bas. 5 à 10 minutes après la naissance, c'est avec une fourre, ils marchent dans la chambre. Un peu comme nous. Elle a marché avec une grosse pochette pour France. Alors, on va voir les lions.
Well, they don't even care that we're here.
T'as vu, t'as un truc devant toi là, vous. Tu vois pas les deux autres?
Into elephant country, and here on the left is Monkey Point, is home to mandrill monkeys. Straight ahead to the left, you see the monkeys. These monkeys are colorful and social. Grooming is a very important part of the mandrill's day that strengthens the social bond. That's the alpha male back there. See him there grazing and looking for food. Mandrill monkeys. These are red clay pits we're passing to. Elephants hang out here. See the tusk marks, footprints of the elephants? Supposed to stop right here and start eating. If you look some things, they haven't gotten too far. Look ahead there on your left. Elephant society base are built upon a matriarchal system, simply meaning the oldest female is in charge, and all matured males upon maturity are driven out and become loners. At times may reside in a bachelor male herd. Now, the female African elephant throughout a 70-year lifespan will give birth 15 times, and the gestation period is 22 months long per pregnancy. The baby at birth weighs 200 to 300 pounds, stays with her for the first 13 years of his life, and will come into maturity on around about that same time. Again, there are no matured males in the herd. Look at that, you see the small little baby there. The youngest of this herd we spotted out in reserve almost 10 months ago. 311 pounds at birth it weighed. To the right, back over there, is a watermark. Now, both male and female African elephants have ivory tusks.
Il a presque un an.
Il y a des fossés et tout, hein. On les voit pas.